What is up, you guys? So in this video I'm going to be going over, first off, a live stream of Lucid Motors. I'm going to be talking about a lot of updates, a lot of important things that are going on right now. First thing that I wanted to really discuss though is Cfra. They have just raised their price target to $65 a share. Now, before I get started, I would really appreciate you liking this video and subscribing. Join my Discord if you want as well. I do talk a lot about this. But Cfra, $65 a share, 12-month price target. And they continue to up this price target because Lucid continues to blow up, as you have not noticed today, up 23%. Lucid Motors is literally going crazy. I think, and first off, I've been making videos on this for a while, so you should subscribe. But I predicted that it was going to go above 50 by the end of this week. And now that it's at 55, I honestly think that we could see maybe 60 plus. But being realistic, there could be a potential dip. It has gone up a lot, but I think that, thank you, what do you think will happen tomorrow? I mean, after going up so much today, I think tomorrow we could see it consolidate at the price that it's at. But honestly though, I think within the next week, I think by the end of the next Friday, so the end of next week, I think that we could see this thing push 60. And the reason I say that is, first off, just talking about the entire company, comparing it to Rivian, which is something that's double the valuation right now. It's literally insane what is going on with Rivian. And I personally think that Lucid is a much better company than Rivian. I think that if anything, Rivian will dip. Investors will realize the actual company differences. Maybe not. I mean, hold both if you like both. But I think that more money will get put into Lucid. A lot of these announcements are huge, and I think Lucid has a lot more to continue to do. But we have to be aware that it could have a minor dip, and if it has a minor dip, buy the dip if you want. That's all it really is. I've been holding mine. I'm not going to lie, I sold a couple shares, captured some profits, but I'm holding a lot still. I'm very confident in where this thing will be in the future. But the reason I say that by the end of the next week it could be in the 60s is because of also options activity. We have a lot of interest and a lot of bullish sentiment, a lot of open contracts, 11,000, 11,000, 10,500, for it to continue to get above 60, 65, 70. There is a lot of bullish sentiment in this stock, and I honestly love comparing it to Rivian because I really think that it is better and it should be bigger than Rivian stock. Although they have Amazon partnership, they have a lot going on for them as well. I think Lucid is a much better company, especially with technology. I think that it is not even a question which one is better. And honestly, at the beginning of the Lucid spike, I was kind of like, okay, I think it's going to spike, and then it could dip back down. When it was in the 40s is when I sold it, and I was like, it might dip back down. I was still being bullish on it because I held a lot. But the fact that I'm now seeing it push even higher at higher levels, I'm really thinking that this could be a potential next Tesla. And I really think it will be. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you think that as well. Honestly, yeah, today is a very good day to be invested into Lucid. Buying, yeah, Peter on Mad Money later. Okay. Also CNBC, I believe. But actually looking at that, because you said institutions buying, it is literally, yeah, it's insane. A lot of new positions. Holy cow. 1.4 million shares bought today from one institution, a lot of others. I remember talking about this one in my video yesterday, my live stream, which is why you should subscribe, don't forget. But the call option, they bought both options. They also bought some shares, buying more call options than puts. Better to see them being more bullish than more bearish, but they still did buy puts. But the fact is that they're buying shares and they are not. This company actually got into Sundial too. I talk about them a lot as well. A very bullish cannabis company that's getting pretty hectic as well by the end of this week. But there's a lot going on with Lucid. There really is. Looking at Google Trends, we can see a lot of action going on with that. Looking at Ortex with short interest, not really an issue there. I don't think, and it would be smart not to short this company. If you want to be the next loser from the Tesla short sellers, then that could happen. Not calling you a loser if you did short. But I think that this is a very strong company with good fundamentals, not financials because they're not there yet. But I think that they will get there in the future. Yeah, definitely will be the next Tesla. I definitely agree with that. Honestly, it's so exciting where this company is at. But days to cover is down 10%, cost to borrow is down 3%, short interest 7.8%. I don't think that there's any issue at all or any possibility of a short squeeze. Now, if we're talking about gamma squeeze and the people that are invested into, yeah, you like my background? The people that are invested into this, if they had naked covered calls, a lot of naked covered calls, which is still a bullish thing to have it expect to go up 60, 70 price of a strike price. But if they are borrowing money, naked covered calls, borrowing money to do this, and they are to go higher than those levels, they're going to be forced to buy back at higher levels. And that is obviously a good thing for us to probably see a squeeze, a gamma squeeze. But more things to just come out short squeeze, not likely. I think a gamma squeeze could be somewhat likely. I think that the price targets for CFRA is huge, a huge thing to announce. And also we have car of the year, motor trend car of the year. This is a huge thing, not just EV of the year, it's the actual car of the year compared to any other company that they could have picked from. Huge step, and I think that was also another reason why lately it's been pushing. But there is a lot of news and a lot of things going on with this company. And like I've said in other videos, the only cons truly about this company is that they're not delivering as much as Tesla. They're not in the broad market yet, but they are growing very fast, insanely fast. And speaking upon that, I actually don't have it pulled up, but they actually announced today in their prospectus that 1.3 billion shares of classic stock that they are going to be able to sell up to that amount. And if they are going to be selling some shares, we might see some dilution. But for a company like this to be doing that, they need, and they have 4.8 billion dollars. They actually announced that in their earnings on the side. But the more that they continue, 4.8 on the side, 1.3 in estimated bookings from reservations, they have a lot going for them. But if they have that money and they are to sell some over time, that's not a bad thing. That actually shows growth because they're trying to get this in many different locations. Like I discussed on my live video yesterday, they are trying to get, and I don't have it pulled up, it was Europe, East Asia, I think, Africa. It said it on here somewhere, but it's amazing what market they are getting into. They're going to China, Canada, right here. Canada, fourth quarter 2021, which is coming soon if they can get that expanded into there. Europe, Middle Eastern, Africa 2022, China 2023. They have a lot of potential to be in the entire world. Now, comparing this to other EV companies that are startups, I think this would be the strongest one to invest into, which is why I am heavily and the most heavily invested in this over other ones. Let me know your thoughts on what you think is your favorite one. But I really think that we are going to continue seeing a push because the company is still and very much on an uptrend. A lot of potential for this company. They honestly, it's really good. I am very bullish for it. I think honestly, people that are investing into Rivian, I don't understand necessarily how it continues to thrive so much. I know there's the Amazon partnership. I know that they have a lot of 100,000 pre-orders for that, and once you hear Amazon, you want to put money into it. But it seriously has gone up so much. Let me just pull it up actually. It is literally, what did it end up today? It's up so much. 172. And this is literally in the past like week and a half, since last Wednesday. So personally, I think that if I was invested into Rivian, I could possibly see a dip, but that's my opinion. 146 billion market cap for a company that doesn't have the technology, doesn't have the reservations and orders. Just my opinion on that, not trying to get sidetracked on another company, but Rivian is a competitor with Lucid potentially, because if we are having investors, supply and demand, pushing or selling off the stock, making it go up and down, people putting it into Rivian is going to lower Lucid. But if they take it out of Rivian and put it into Lucid, we will see Lucid rise. So another thing that I noted on, and another quick update, is that they are literally spreading across the entire country right now. Like the updates I just talked about, they are going to get into future markets in the next quarter and next couple of years. But seeing this right now into different states, a lot of different states, they actually posted on their Twitter account, but there's a lot of different cities that they're actually going to start spreading into, deliveries starting to continue, and it's just honestly a lot of bullish sentiment with Lucid. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, but I just wanted to go over a quick update on what is going on. I think that 1.3 billion shares that they could possibly sell off is a pretty big announcement to talk about, and I think that that isn't a bad thing. I think that that can show a lot of growth and continue to help Lucid on the come up. And as you all know, I would personally say that their biggest competition is Tesla. I don't see another company that they really have the technology like Lucid. Over 100 more freaking miles on the range than any other vehicle is literally amazing. I can hold right now over 800%. I'm literally second option ever. Wish I bought more. Well, John, don't get used to options making 1,000% return every time, because if they don't go in the money like that and they don't blow up like this, they can expire worthless, and it's pretty risky to be doing options. But that is amazing. Personally, I mean, you did so well. I would, not a financial advisor, but I would probably profit some of that. I would make sure that you don't end up losing all, profit at least what you put in. From there, if the stock continues to go up, that's really good. If it goes down a little bit, you at least are playing with money that you didn't even work for. So like for me, if I put, let's just say I put $10,000 in Lucid and it goes up and now my investment's $30,000. If I sold $10,000, I now am only using, I have $20,000 left in Lucid, but that's money I basically did not work for. That's $10,000 that I worked for. I can now put that $10,000 I worked for into a different stock, but $20,000 of free money basically that I made from Lucid in continuing to grow in Lucid, and I personally think it will grow 130%. Yeah, that's awesome. How to hedge sell is the question. Yeah, honestly, I mean, like I just said, I mean, I honestly would capture some profits, but it's my opinion. That might be a little bearish for you. You might be more bullish on that, but I personally would capture a little bit of profits and I would hold the rest. I mean, literally, if this is the next Tesla and you sell all of it, you will be, not even going to say the word, but you're going to be really mad. Like, you're not going to be happy with that, which is why, like, I mean, I sold mine, but if I didn't sell mine, I'd be even happier. But I'm still doing good, and I'm happy with where I'm sitting at. 6,000 shares on 36. Now, what do you think? Should I have to sell and wait for the dip? Personally, I would not be hoping for a dip or looking forward to that. After seeing on the technical analysis, after seeing it really push through this point when it was in the high 30s, and I like slowly sold a little bit, and then after about 45, I was like, I'm holding the rest. It wasn't a lot that I sold, but I was slowly starting to, like, dollar cost averaging down. If it continues to go up, I'm starting to slowly dollar cost average or sell off a little bit, because I mean, that's investing. If it starts to blow up really fast, I mean, it was over 150, 200% in only a couple weeks. I'm going off. I'm so happy about that. But I want to capture profits. I want to make sure that what I put in, I'm safe with, and whatever I have left, I'm okay with. So whether you are still very, very bullish and you think that this is going to go to 100, by the end of 2022, I think we could be above 100. I think by the end of this year, we'll be above 60. And it keeps raising. I keep getting more bullish on it because more investors continue to push into it. But don't forget the downside that it could dip a little bit. It could go back into the 40s. I don't think it will go back to the 30s, but I can see it going into the 40s. But earnings, this was a huge catalyst, and a bunch of announcements like Car of the Year, a lot of things that could determine whether or not it was going to go up or down. Seeing this big of a push, a lot more investors putting into it, holding their stock into it, I think it is really good, and we are continuing to see growth. I don't think that earnings were below expectations. The only thing was the financials, and the financials were what we expected. Everything else is pretty good. They have 17,000 reservations now. A month before that, it was 13,000. So we are seeing growth in this company. It is slow, but the actual production and the plants that they are doing, and how many the capacity of how many vehicles they're going to be able to produce is growing very, very fast. Right now, it might be 20 a week, 20 a month, or whatever the number is, probably 100 a month, 200 a month, 300 a month to get to 520 by the end of the year, which right now we are supposed to be expected to see that, which is another catalyst. But if we can see that increase by a tremendous increase, which actually in the earnings they said that the newest one in Arizona is going to get up to 34,000 vehicles per year once that is completely done, I believe. Yes, that is correct. No. Expansion expected to see 3 million square feet additional to this, and then they're going to see capacity increase to 90,000 vehicles per year. Okay, and the Lucid Gravity SUV across, so that's including both. That is really good. 90,000 vehicles just in Arizona. That is a lot, and they're going to continue to make more plants. They're going to get one in Saudi Arabia in 2024. That is their timeline for that. Saudi Arabia has a huge influence on Lucid Motors. They would not be the company that they are right now without Saudi Arabia. If you did not know, they are 63% majority owner of Saudi Arabia, so it is pretty interesting. I actually have a video on that. I'll leave the link in the description. It might be in here already, but you can get some informative stuff on that and what they really do. So yeah, honestly, what a month for Lucid. It's amazing. The money, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, honestly, it could go into the 40s. I don't think it will go back to the 30s, though, honestly. I was talking to my brother today, and I said, I honestly only see it going below 30s if the entire economy crashes, or it just a total turn down. And I don't see that happening, but you never know what could happen in the entire economy. God forbid that does not happen. But literally, I think with where the company stands, it is either going to consolidate, have a minor dip, or push through. And like I said about those options activities, 60, 65, and 70, a lot of activity. I think we could really see a push. So that does cover up this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. But I believe that is all the information I wanted to talk about. So it's really cool stuff. I honestly am really excited about where Lucid is headed. But yeah, so alright, sounds good. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.